Now, this might just look like a skinny doofus demoing a bathroom wall, but actually it's me taking years off my life. Watch on to find out how. Hi there, and thanks for clicking on my video. Sending lots of love your way. Mwah. Alright, none of that. Time to get serious. Now, what's going on here? I am currently completely trying to renovate this old house bathroom, and you might be thinking, why do I care? Good point. But the catch is, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So, if you're interested to see if it's possible for someone with no skills, no relevant trade experience, to completely renovate an old house bathroom all by himself, then make sure you keep watching and even smash the subscribe button. Hopefully from this you'll be able to gauge if you can pull something like this off, or at least have a laugh at my expense as I make countless mistakes, and some pretty deadly ones, like you'll see coming up. To keep you in the loop, along the way I'm going to record how much time and money is going into this project, so keep an eye on the screen and make sure you stick around to the end to see the total. So far all we've seen is a little bit of a recap of our last video and the demo that's been done so far. We weren't able to get all the demo done last video because of this hole that you can see on the screen right now. It's tough to tell, but I could see some loose fill fibre inside there. Now, with where I am in Australia, there's a good chance that that could be asbestos, and if you don't know what asbestos is, it's essentially just an old building product and the dust gives you cancer. So yeah, it's not great news. Luckily for us, I got an asbestos guy to come in and he did some testing and we got the all clear, so we're ready to continue on with our demo process. So that leaves us to where we are now, demoing this back wall and my stupid, possibly early grave making mistake. This is an old bathroom that's had multiple renovations to it. So when the asbestos guy came in, we thought we found all the necessary materials that needed to be tested, but turns out we missed one. So this board right here turns out to be, after I got it tested by myself, asbestos. So your boy here spent about half an hour without a mask, hooking into something that could give me cancer later on in life. Wasn't a good choice. I've had multiple people now tell me not to worry too much because the sheet form of asbestos doesn't become as fibrous as easily, which means it doesn't get trapped in your lungs as easily. So that made me feel a little bit better, but it's still definitely not a mistake you want to make. Now with that little mishap out of the way, we can get into the rest of the demo. So there's good news and bad news. Good news, as you can see on the screen, asbestos is gone. Bad news, we obviously had to pay someone to come in and remove it for us. So that has set us back an extra $2,500 that we didn't expect to pay. And it took about 2 weeks to get someone to come out and do the demo for the asbestos. Now, as you can see on the screen, we're not quite done with the demo. We need to pull up the old tiles that are on the floor. So that's where I get to hire a new toy and break some stuff. We're about an hour into it now, and I'm starting to make quicker progress. I think it's because I've switched from the spade blade to more of the pointed blade on the jackhammer, and it seems to be lifting it just so much faster. It's hot work, I'm sweating. I've got this piece here to give you a closer look at what I'm pulling up. So you can see this is the original mud bed or screed, and then we've got the tile, first layer of tile, and then we've got a layer of mastic, I guess, and then the other layer on top of tile. The section you see me pulling up now is where the old bathtub used to be, and it was essentially just a raised concrete block, and it was so much harder than pulling up the actual tile. Oh boy, it's gonna take a while. The positive though, it really lent itself to some sexy slow-mo footage. Just finished up ripping up that mortar bed under the under the bathtub. It took so long. If you can't tell by the sweat on my forehead, I've been working hard. I'm not a big sweater, so that's a good sign. We're about 3 hours in now, I think. The next bit of tile to bring up is coming up pretty easy, so happy with that. Let's get to it. Oh. It's up now. Ha! One step closer to a lovely bathroom at the end, hopefully. All I'm going to do now is sweep up the last bit of rubble and go over once again on a few high spots to just make sure they're the same level throughout. Alright, well, the demo's done, and it's a relief to finally have it over and done with. As far as cool reveals go, it's probably one of the least impressive, going from like a tiled bathroom to essentially a destroyed bathroom, but it still feels good to be done. Getting closer to hopefully a lovely bathroom at the end. So this whole demo process I originally thought would be done within a weekend, and it's taken a lot longer and a lot more money. So I'm gonna tally up now how much time and money it took us so you guys can get an idea of what to expect if you do something like this. As far as the amount of time that it took, I'll give you two different numbers. So the amount of actual labor days that went into this was roughly about 3, bearing in mind that I didn't do the walls. The actual amount of time from start to finish was about 4 weeks. Oh, the delays with thinking I found asbestos and having someone in to test it, and then waiting for those results, and then actually finding asbestos, getting those results, and then waiting for someone to come in and remove it, on top of doing this between working a normal job. It took a long time. It's funny how even when you think it's going to take longer than you thought, it still takes even longer than that. Annoying. Now, the cost. Obviously, there's a big cost getting the asbestos removed, and that was $2,500. $2,500 that I didn't think we'd have to pay. In total, including other little purchases I had to make, like zipper wall and trailer trips to the tip, and I had to buy a reciprocating saw as well. So all up, the total was $2,815 to do the whole demo. I'd probably budgeted for about 1/10 of that, but things happened, I guess. Now, the next couple episodes, I'm actually starting to get a bit excited about because I've got deliveries coming in, stuff's arriving, I'm actually gonna start building stuff rather than breaking things, so that's good. And it should be a grand old time. So make sure you smash the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Hit like if you enjoyed this, because it makes me feel good. And I'll see you next time. And if you want to see any more of my videos, there's a previous demo video, and I've got other stuff as well. You'll find it. Bye. Thanks for watching. Mwah. Love you.